Welcome back to Math Dogs. If you're new to the channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Today's topic is transforming linear equations from slope-intercept form to standard form, and we have 6 examples for you. Remember, we believe math is better with your dog, so call your pups. Let's get started. Problem number 1 says write the equation of the line in standard form, and the equation says y equals negative 3x plus 5. So right now the equation is in the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where the coefficient on x represents the slope, in this case negative 3, and the constant at the end b, or 5 in this equation, represents the y-intercept. This form is great for graphing. However, many times you need your answer in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are integers, and a is larger than 0. So that means the a must be a positive coefficient, and a, b, or c cannot be fractions or decimals. And so we're going to transform y equals negative 3x plus 5 into standard form. So I notice that the x term and the y term are on the left side in standard form. In the slope-intercept form, I only have the y on the left side. So the first thing that I'm going to do is add 3x to both sides in order to put the x term and the y term on the same side. So on the left side I would get 3x plus y. On the right side, negative 3x plus 3x is 0, or as some people say, it cancels out, and 0 plus 5 is 5. And this equation is already in standard form. I have my x term and my y term on the left. I have my constant on the right. A is positive, and 3, 1, and 5, which are the numbers in the problem, are all integers. So in standard form, the equation would say 3x plus y equals 5. Problem number 2 says write the equation of the line in standard form, and the equation says y equals 2x plus 3, and this is in slope-intercept form. And I want to write the equation in standard form, ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are integers, and a is positive. So I notice that the y term is on the left side, and that's on the correct side, but the x term is not. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 2x from both sides. So on the left side I would have negative 2x plus y equals, on the right side 2x minus 2x is 0, and 0 plus 3 is 3. So now all of my terms are in the correct position. However, the a coefficient is negative. So I can either multiply both sides by negative 1 or divide both sides by negative 1. But the result is all of the signs, the negative on the 2, the positive on the y, and the positive on the 3, will flip. And so in standard form, my equation would say 2x minus y equals negative 3. Problem number 3 says write the equation of the line in standard form. And the equation says y equals negative 4/5 x minus 1. And that's in slope-intercept form, but we want the equation in standard form, ax plus by equals c. Now we remember that a, b, and c have to be integers. That means no decimals, no fractions. But in my equation, I have a negative 4/5 as a coefficient on the x. So in order to eliminate the fractions first, I'm going to multiply both sides by the least common denominator. In this case, it's 5, since it's the only denominator. So on the left side, 5 times y is 5y. On the right side, 5 divides into 5 one time, and 1 times negative 4 is negative 4x. And then I'm going to multiply 5 times negative 1 and get negative 5. Now I just have to rearrange the terms. The y term is already on the left side where it belongs. However, the x term is on the right side, and so I'm going to add 4x to both sides in order to eliminate the x term on the right side. So on the left side I would have 4x plus 5y. On the right side, negative 4x plus 4x is 0, and 0 plus negative 5 is negative 5. Now I have integers for all of my coefficients and my constant, and my a term is positive, and so in standard form the equation would say 4x plus 5y equals negative 5. Problem number 4 says write the equation of the line in standard form, and it says y equals 3/4 x plus 2, and as we've seen, this is in slope-intercept form. But I want standard form of a line, which is ax plus by equals c. No fractions, no decimals, meaning a, b, and c are integers, and a is positive. So I do have a fraction of 3/4, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 4 in order to eliminate the fraction, since 4 is the least common denominator. So on the left side, 4 times y is 4y. On the right side, 4 divides into 4 one time, and 1 times 3 is 3x, plus 4 times 2 is 8. And now, as we've been doing, I'm going to have to rearrange my terms. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides in order to have my x and y terms on the left side. So on the left side of the equation, I would get negative 3x plus 4y equals 3x minus 3x is 0, and 0 plus 8 is 8. Now I've eliminated the fraction, however the a term is negative. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1, or divide both sides by negative 1, it doesn't matter. The result will be that all signs will reverse. So in standard form, my equation would say 3x minus 4y equals negative 8. Problem number 5 says write the equation of the line in standard form. Our equation in slope-intercept form says y equals negative 2/3 x minus 1/4. And so in standard form, ax plus by equals c, I have to have all integers a, b, and c, and I have fractions in my slope-intercept form. So I'm going to multiply both sides by the least common denominator. So I have a denominator of 3 and a denominator of 4, and the least common denominator of 3 and 4 would be 12. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 12. So 12 times y is 12y on the left side. On the right side, 3 divides into 12 4 times, and 4 times negative 2 is negative 8x. For the 1/4, 4 divides into 12 3 times, and 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And now all I have to do is rearrange my terms. So the y term is on the left side as it needs to be, but my x term is on the right side. So I'm going to add 8x to both sides so that my terms are on the proper side. On the left side, that would give me 8x plus 12y equals, on the right side, negative 8x plus 8x is 0, and 0 plus negative 3 is negative 3. So now I have my equation in standard form. No fractions, no decimals, 8, 12, and negative 3 are integers, and a is positive. So my equation would say 8x plus 12y equals negative 3. Problem number 6 says write the equation of the line in standard form. And the equation in slope-intercept form says y equals 5/6x plus 2/3. And I want to write that in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. So again, I have fractions, 5/6 and 2/3, and so I'm going to need to multiply both sides by the least common denominator between 6 and 3, which is 6. Since 6 is a multiple of 3, that will be my least common denominator. So I will multiply both sides by 6. On the left side, 6 times y is 6y. On the right side, 6 divides into 6 one time, and 1 times 5 is 5x. Plus, 3 divides into 6 twice, and 2 times 2 is 4. Now all I have to do is rearrange my terms. The y term is already on the left side, however the x term is not. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides in order to get my terms on the proper side. On the left side of the equation, I would get negative 5x plus 6y, and on the right side, 5x minus 5x is 0, and 0 plus 4 is 4. So I have no fractions, no decimals, negative 5, 6, and 4 are integers. However, my a term needs to be positive or greater than 0. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1 or divide both sides by negative 1. The result is the same, all signs will reverse. And so in standard form, the equation would say 5x minus 6y equals negative 4. So that's it. 6 examples of linear equations transformed from slope-intercept form to standard form. Keep working hard. Don't ever give up. If you have any questions, just type them in the comments and we'll be glad to help. As we say at Math Dogs, you got this.